Stock tip. Best stock setups.
Welcome to a new episode of Stock Tip Daily Update with me, your host, Marcel Todia. I must apologize in advance. I don't sound that well today. I know I have a little cold, and I swear nobody told me before being a parent that these small preschoolers are such a risk to one's health. I swear to God, every 2 or 3 weeks or so, you get the next new thing out here. So, yeah, but enough about that. Let's talk about the markets. We've talked about a small consolidation, a needed consolidation. We've been talking about it since Friday or Monday. So I think Monday we started seeing one, and since Monday we have pretty much just been pacing, which is the best thing that could have happened in this under these market conditions. We saw yesterday a minus of 1.2 or 1.3%, and today we've seen a plus of 1.4%. So at the end of the week, or going on into Friday, we find ourselves still at the highest point since mid-February or so, and everything is looking extremely positive for the time being in the S&P 500. So just like we wanted it, and this is what I was talking about. This is what consolidation should look like. So there's no telling what the next few days are going to bring. Don't forget, we do still have a war on our doorstep. So everything can change from 1 minute to another, but at the time being, I can clearly say this is how a consolidation is supposed to look, like a breath of fresh air. And then after 1, 2, 3, 4 days here, we have some room to move to continue our move up. I'm hoping that we're going to end the week on a positive note, and I'm hoping we are going to reach at least 4,600 tomorrow. But this is hopeful thinking, first of all. But let's just say how things are going to end up. So also in the intraday, you see the consolidation was pretty useful. It looks a bit better than this outstretched piece of chart here we had since the breakout. So now it looks a bit better, and now we have theoretically we have a bit more room to develop. The Nasdaq hasn't consolidated like the S&P 500 has, and I think the main reason here is this crazy move in Apple, like the ones I've never seen before. So I think we are 8 days up, and during these 8 days, I think we've managed to recover 16% in Apple, nonetheless. So 16% in 8 days. So this is almost the move you see in a full year. What a run! What a crazy run! And best of all, I've anticipated this, and I've warned you that Apple might turn when it reaches this major support line that has acted like a support line since 2020, and we didn't have any reason to think that it's going to be breached right now. Amazon is also looking pretty strong, but Amazon did consolidate a bit, just a bit. So it did consolidate a bit, and we have a bit of a room for the next move up. But so I think this is the reason why the Nasdaq is a bit more overbought than the S&P 500. So out of the two of them, the S&P 500 looks definitely more healthy. The IVM is also still consolidating, so we have a very nice candle today. At the end of today's trading, we have pretty much a hammer here. and it couldn't look any better. We just need to break out over this level here over 208.9 or 209. If we break out, then I think we could just see a lot of momentum in all of the markets. Also, the German markets managed to stay above the moving averages here, which is the best thing that could have happened. So the next best thing, the best thing would be a breakout above this line here, above 28.9 or 29, above 29, and this would be the best thing. Then we might just see a breakout in the in the German markets as well. The euro to US dollar is still moving sideways, like I've said, like I've been saying now for a couple of weeks, or no, for a couple of days now. Since last week, I think I've been saying that euro to US dollar is going to move sideways a bit more, and then perhaps continue its move down. I don't see any options here, any other option. And oil has, I like it when I'm right. Oil has moved down a bit with minus 2.5% today. So at the end of the week, we are still in a consolidation mode, but we still have one day to go. If this next day is also going to be negative, then I remain by my analysis, and I still think that oil has a couple of weeks in front of it before it manages to break out again. Gold, on the other hand, is had a better day, plus 0.7%. But still pretty weak here. So in the weekly chart, the one which interests us, we still haven't managed to break out after the pullback. So perhaps we will tomorrow. I don't know, but it wouldn't surprise me if we end the week on a smaller note here, and if we break out only next week, I think would be more plausible. But we just have to wait and see. Silver looks for the first time in a long. For the first time in many months, bullisher than a bit more bullish than gold does. This might be breakout after the pullback here, might be, but we didn't finish with that much strength here. But still, it looks, for the first time in a while, it looks better than gold does. Nonetheless, I would still be trading gold here instead of silver. Okay, so these were the general markets. The strategy would be now to try and be more aggressive, to try a bit more long positions here. 80-90% long, I think, isn't that much of a long stretch here. So that's my take on it, and this is going to be my strategy moving forward, at least for the next few days, and hopefully until we reach the very big resistance line here in the S&P 500, respectively 4,800. So until then, I think we could risk a bit more, but it's still a risk. To the second part of the video, you can see here I've added two stocks to my portfolio. I've added today AKTS. This is something from the communication sector, so technology sector. It says technology sector, so I don't really care. This is today's breakout here. So this is one of the stocks that describes as a stock tip from stock-tip.com had access to. This is one of this week's setups here, and today managed a very impressive breakout with plus 9.5%. And just look at the volume here, just look at the daily volume. The daily volume was extreme, so it was more than twice the average volume. So if this is not a nice or one of the best setups and one of the best breakers out there, then I don't know which one is. Definitely this is one of the best, and I'm happy to have been able to buy it. my stop would have been until yesterday. The theoretical stop would have been here at 5.8, 5.85. But seeing how we've opened with a nice gap up today, I decided to place my stop slightly beneath today's low, so that we don't risk any gap attack. So, at the end of the day, this was a very nice successful trade, and I've already made my risk. So I've closed the day with 100% on my initial risk. So if you have another day like this, then I can think about taking some profits here. AMD has also kicked off above average volume and breakout here, so everything is going according to plan. Also with AMD, the stop remains here at, I don't know, 111, 112. I don't know which one. I think 112 was the initial stop, so it remains here for the time being. And I find a lot of satisfaction in this breakout here. I've been waiting for it for a week or so, and honest to God, this was a very successful day. Microsoft also showed some strength, but has not quite broken out today, perhaps tomorrow. But this was a nice consolidation after 5 or 6 days up. 6 days up, this was a nice consolidation, so breath of air, and perhaps we shall see Microsoft reaching 345 soon. So we would be talking about 13% growth here, which for such a buying price would be something rare. Also, and another addition today to my portfolio is Nvidia, which also managed 10% today. So I've bought it like I planned to. This is also one of the setups that the subscribers of stock-tip.com had access to. I've managed. I wanted to wait here for a pullback. So this was the initial breakout here, a lot of strength, and we had 5 positive days. And then I wanted to wait for a pullback, and pull back to the 90 or to the 20-day moving average. Well, it was in the end it was just a pullback to the 9-day moving average, and my stop went then below this week's lowest point, a couple of dollars below it, and my entry was above yesterday's high, and this is exactly where I've bought it, and since then it has also already made all of my risks, so I'm 110% my initial risk, which brings me already into profit. So looking forward to seeing how this trade is going to develop, but I am very optimistic as far as this trade goes and as far as AMD goes. So this is it for my portfolio today. My options in SPY are still active, and at least one of them is still looking very, very promising here. We are I think 6.7%, 6.5% away from the all-time high. With a little luck, we are going to reach it, but we do still need a little luck and some calmer waters in the neighboring Ukraine and Russia. Okay. And this is it for the free part of our video today. If you do want any more nice setups like AMD, AKTS, and Nvidia and Microsoft, you see how successful they are if you take your time, then don't forget to check out our website stock-tip.com, and perhaps to subscribe. That's where all the nice setups are. If you did like this video, remember to like and subscribe on our YouTube page, and if you have any questions, then leave them down in the comment section below. I'm going to continue now with our setups for the stock tip subscribers. Let's get on to it.